You look at last week with Ohio State losing 2 at Minnesota. Penn State, being fortunate to come away with a, overtime win on Saturday. I mean, the conference top to bottom is challenging. I don't care who you're playing, and that's one of the weaknesses of our conference is that there's no bottom. And like every other conference has a bottom. So you're not playing teams that are, that you should be able to beat. And that's a challenge in this conference. Is every weekend you're under pressure to try and win.
And the fact that there is no bottom, that kind of hurts the league in some respects too, as far as how it's perceived.
Yeah, it does, because just like last year, we finished in second place. We were 500, and that could happen again this year because everybody's beating up on everybody, and that affects your pairwise because everybody ends up, Some teams have got a much better non-conference record than we do, which is hurting us right now because, as I said last year, I don't think we lost a game non-conference, and we were 500 in the league, and and we were pretty solid in the NCAA tournament. So, like if you did really well non-conference, then you can afford to be 500 or just above 500 in the conference and still make the NCAA tournament. So. But that's going to make it interesting in the playoffs too. Is that you're going to have a lot of teams that are very close, and there's no weak link in our conference.
And Penn State went into Ohio State last year in playoffs and beat Ohio State at home, and everybody went to Ohio State ran away with it. Talk a little bit about Penn State as they've been playing since you last played them. And also about going to Penn State to play a hockey series. What's it like in that Pagula Ice Arena?
Well, the building is very similar to ours. It's a little bit bigger, but it's very similar to our building. They have great fan support, great student section that's as loud as there is in the country. And I know they got a big whiteout thing going on Saturday night, wearing all white uniforms with a white crowd, and it's always it's one of the tougher venues in college hockey to play in. It's an intimidating building, and you just have to tone that out and go play. That's the most important thing. And I think for the most part, our guys have been through that. They've played in other tough venues this year, so it's not like it's something that's going to be surprising. And if you have the emotional control just to turn it around and think that they're cheering for you as opposed to the opponent, you're okay.
And again, you got Penn State, the way they play, all the shots that they pretty much they start shooting once you guys reach Pennsylvania. They're already taking shots off and things like that.
That's their style, and it works for them. That's why they're one of the best offensive teams in the country. They've got some skill and talent to back that up, but they shoot from everywhere, and that creates some level of chaos and craziness. And that's where in the past our goaltending has been able to handle that. And we have to do a good job with the puck, because that's where most of their game comes from, is transition. They're out of the zone quickly, and they get up the ice quick, and they're effective once they get in the offensive zone. The puck's going to the net from all different angles.
And it's important that you have good special teams play this week, because they're the fourth leading power play team. You guys have struggled this year on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and that's something that we worked on it twice this week. We're doing everything in our power to get that part of our game on track. Right now, that's the biggest detriment to our team, and we have to find a way to get over that and try some different people there, and just keep working with it, and try to get guys to understand that we have to do a better job of blocking shots and picking up people around the net. Most importantly, though, is we can't give up passes through the seams, cross ice passes, and which become more challenging to stop for a goaltender.
At this point in the season, specifically with these games coming up, how important is getting points going forward next month?
Well, getting points is huge. This is not much different than a few weeks back when we went to Ohio State. Different type of team, but we only came out of there with 2 points, and it's hard to win on the road regularly, especially in this conference. But we have to try to get points every night if we can, and you know, it's about the next 8 games is accumulating as many points as we can. You know, you know, obviously we'd like to try to finish in the top 4 to get home ice in the first round of the playoffs, and then anything can happen. So, you know, if we have to go on the road for that first series, you know, we've been a decent road team. We haven't been a great road team this year. But I think that, you know, I don't think that anybody can go in the playoffs assuming that it's going to be easy for anybody, home or away.